Ball. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. So you guys are just starting up the new season, huh?
Yeah, we had our first game Thursday, I guess, against Napomo.
Okay. How'd that go?
Good. Well, we win. So as
Fun.
long as we win, everything's pretty good. First game it's always kind of rusty, and we're trying to figure out a lot of things. We're actually really behind this year just because of rain.
Oh,
And
sure.
all the teams are. It's not just us, but trying to figure out positions. I graduated a lot of starting seniors. Who's going to fill those roles? Are there pitchers up? Got enough work in the off season to be ready to go? How the team's going to gel, all those kind of things. So it was a little rusty, but to pull out a win, and we had to go 9 innings to do it, which is always kind of exciting, and it kind of gives the girls a lot of confidence. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
so it was an overall good outcome.
So you have, are you carrying a big roster this year or?
Yeah, it's a super long story. I'll make short as best I
Okay.
can anyway. We have 19 girls, which is more than I can carry on for travel reasons and uniforms, and it's playing time. That would be tough with that many. For the last few years, we've had a JV team a couple times and haven't had a couple times. And this year we ended up with 19 girls total. Everybody out there has some good softball skills, working hard, or at least we can see the potential in them being part of the program in the future. So we don't want to let anybody go. So what we've tried to do and what we're setting up is basically two teams, kind of the varsity team, and we're going to split. Enough girls, 10 or 11 girls, to go play some JV games during the season also. So
Oh, okay.
we have a JV team forming. We've had to get some coaching things situated. We can't play varsity and JV on the same day. So we can't go to St. Louis and the JV play at 4 and varsity play at 6. I can't use the same players. So what we're trying to do is Joe Farley, our athletic director, he's trying to work with the other league teams to try to set up like double headers on Saturdays for JV.
Oh, nice.
So there could be girls that play 2 varsity games on a Tuesday, Thursday, and then go play 2 JV games on a Saturday. So it's going to be kind of a jumbo all season to get playing time for everybody. But I really want to keep all 19 girls, and we only have 2 seniors. So if I can
Oh,
keep
wow.
them playing and get everybody enjoying the program, I got 17 girls coming back next year. I'm really close to 2 teams to start with. So that's the goal,
Wow.
is to get 2 full teams. So that's what we're kind of manipulating this season to try to keep everybody in the program we can.
So you won't be coaching the JV, this extended team that would play on potentially Saturdays.
No. Myself and my staff, we're going to help out the best we can. And if
You'll
there's
probably be there.
yeah, if there's JV, if we can get those scheduled, I know a couple of the league teams have already came through and scheduled Saturdays with us. We're still working on some of the others, but any time that I'm free, for sure, I'm going to go help. I want to see them play and help that coach too. So.
I will say this about girls softball. It was, because I coached there, that with the kids, with my daughters, and it was the most fun I had coaching. I mean, I coach, football too, but it's just the girls are just bring a whole different level of just grit and meanness. I mean, it's just I would take a softball team into battle. It's just these girls are just crazy.
Yeah, I coached baseball for years and years, and don't have a daughter. Had my son coaching, baseball and all that. But when I got, I'll say not tricked him, but kind of conned into trying softball, I was really hesitant because it's like, gosh, the girls aren't, they're not as good as athletes, things like that. They're not going to play as hard as guys will. And the first year, I was just like, wow, this is not what I expected. We got some girls that play hard, and they're good ball players and good athletes, and I'm really, really impressed. I really do enjoy it more than everything I've coached.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just a different dynamic. And I mean, you always think about, okay, male coach, female, it's like, think about that kind of, how are you gonna merge, how are you gonna mesh? What are you gonna talk about? But it's like when you get on the field, it's like you're one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the sport. I mean, and the girls talk about, they have their funky quirks and
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
and man, they're like, I mean, when they don't like somebody, you hear it on the practice field.
Oh yeah. 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 And I've had, this is my 6th season at Templeton, and I did 4 in Paso before that. But there's little girls, they're gritty.
Oh
And he
yeah.
said, they're going to get down there and brawl with the best of them. So
Oh, it's awesome.
it's fun.
So you just started the season. Right now you're in
Mhm.
preseason. Obviously, I mean, we got a ton of rain,
Yeah.
so I can only imagine what some of these fields look like, even after, it doesn't rain for a couple of days like it will right now. It's not like where it dries out.
Yeah.
So,
They're so saturated, and our field's fairly sandy, so it'll dry off pretty fast. But right now, I mean, just a light sprinkle just puddled it because the ground is just so saturated. So
huh.
we do have a game next or tomorrow. Hopefully, it's in San Luis. I'm hoping their field is conditioned and they can get it dried out today and tomorrow, and hopefully get that game in.
So San Luis High School or Mission?
High school.
Okay.
Yeah, Mission's actually in our league this year. They got
Are they?
yeah
They get dropped down?
well, that's actually up because they were in the Ocean League before.
Oh, okay.
So they changed the leagues around a little bit because San Ynez came in and Lompoc came in, and they were still in the Southern section with CIF.
Okay.
So they've come in, and Mission got bumped.
And they won last
So
year. They won
yeah,
their league last year.
yeah. So Mission and Lompoc got moved into Mountain League. So that we have actually 8 teams in Mountain League now. So it's a
Wow.
pretty full schedule.
So who do you guys play this year that are in your division or your league?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to try to remember now. It's always harder to.
I know because it changes all the time.
Yeah, so Paso, Tascadero, Rigetti, Rio Grande, Mission, Lompoc, and I'm missing somebody. It's always
How does
that
that
way.
work?
I always miss somebody.
I mean, you're
So
playing top big schools that
yeah,
have freshman JV and varsity teams.
yeah, yeah. It's tough, because we don't have as many girls to pull from. But it's hard. But we've been able to compete, so that's the
Yeah.
important part. And I really truly believe that it does make the girls better.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, it makes them better players, and maybe you don't win quite as many games, but I do think it makes you better players, and I do think it makes you more prepared for CIF because Roy Grande and Paso and it's they're always in the Division One and they compete well in Division One CIF. Those are our league opponents. So when we go play CIF, we're in Division Three. I suspect to be there again this year. We're playing teams that honestly aren't as good as the teams that we're playing on a regular basis. So we're kind of conditioned for that.
Awesome.
So I remember being in the Southern section and, we could do well here. And then all of a sudden you're playing Los Angeles teams and it's like, wow, where'd that kind of level pitching coming from? Or that, where did that, it was another step up. Now for us being, Division III team and having to play Division I teams on a regular basis, conditions us to more success in CIF.
Do you anticipate facing any pitchers like an Ashley Doherty that throws just fire and Division One?
I don't see anything in the league this year. We played Napomo, a couple days ago or last week, I should say. And it's a pitcher I hadn't seen before, and she actually threw pretty hard, and she was pretty consistent. She could hit her spots well, so it was a good way to start. And it really does make us better. So.
It makes you feel better.
But there's no one in the league that I know of that's like, just heads above everybody else. So.
Tell me a little bit about what you have as far as the girls and the team this year, because I know you have a young team.
Yeah, especially having 19, I do. So again, I have to go through my mind a little bit on the numbers. I only have 2 seniors. I think I got maybe 4 juniors. So several sophomores and quite a few freshmen.
So who are the couple that you're really looking forward to and seeing how they progress this year?
Oh, that's putting me on the spot.
I know, it really is.
I don't know how to do that. I want to leave somebody out.
Well, I mean, you got some kids coming back from last year.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to kind of approach it this way. I have several juniors this year. They missed a lot because of COVID. And then some of them didn't play as much because we didn't have a JV team their sophomore year. So I'm really looking for them. This is their first full year to really, okay, it's my turn, and see how they do. I'm going to give them the ball and see what they do with it. So I'm kind of anxiously waiting to see what happens. And then with the freshmen, we're always like, hey, what are they going to do? They look great in practice, but when it comes game time, how are they performing? So there's always a lot of question marks.
And you have a lot of freshmen, huh?
Yeah, I do, and that's great.
Yeah, because that just looks good for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
As they move up, progress, you can work with them. The program can work. And you can build upon a freshman. That freshman group that you're able to move through.
Yeah, and that's the big thing for myself and my coaching staff. We're adamant on this is a program. It's not two teams. It's got to be, and our mindset has to be a program. So when we do the JVs, when we have varsity, we use the same play calling for our wristbands and stuff. We try to use the same bunt coverages. We use the same relay cuts. We try to do that, everything duplicated the same. So it is a program. It's not, 1 year in freshman, I was a freshman and this is how we did punt coverage. The next year we had a new coach. We did something different as a sophomore. Then I go to varsity and I learned something different.
Right.
That's not what
that's
I want.
Good.
Yeah. I want 4 years of that girl learning to do that. And she's going to be great at it.
Cool. So tell me tomorrow, what time?
4:30 San Luis High.
4:30 San Luis High. Templeton takes on the Tigers.
Yep.
Awesome. Keith, thanks for coming on.
No, I appreciate it.
And we'll definitely get you on, weekly, if not bi-weekly, and kind of discuss what's happening, what you guys been doing, and what's the next game and what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 games a week, weather permitting, moving forward. So we have a lot more to talk about.
Awesome. Cool.
Right, thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for Keith coming on the show and telling us about Templeton girls softball. And make sure you get out there and support those girls and watch them win this year. As always, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors: Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Amber with Pillar Real Estate, 805 Customs, Amy and Jamie's Place, Airflow Filter Services, and Kennedy Club Fitness, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.